I'm here with a bit of an announcement. I am making some changes on my Patreon. So, right now I have a seeker level where I have a weekly tarot scope and weekly detailed sort of astrology video of what's happening for the week. So, that's going to remain the same. I also have a witch school level where we're going through various different beginner witchcraft things. Like, for example, this month the theme is on word magic. So it's everything from petitions to chants to developing sigils. So anything that has to do with the written word. And then, and that's going to stay the same as well. And then I have some higher levels where you can get a personal reading from me at the beginning of each month. So those are staying the same, but what I'm changing is the coven level. And the coven level is where each month I've had a theme. We've worked with a different god or goddess, and we've had like a new and full moon ritual. We've had a reading, and we've had a meditation, usually is how it goes. But lately I've been feeling called away from it a bit. And it's not that I am not doing witchcraft, because I am, but I'm not doing it as regularly as I used to. And I think part of it is there's a lot of things going on in my personal life that makes that a little bit more difficult. But also I've been feeling called to do things a little bit differently when it comes to doing group work. And I think it's because I feel like there's a lot of online covens out there, and I'm like, well, what do I have to give that's different or that's unique? And I've been really feeling called to be more creative in my life, to do more writing, to do more artwork. I've been feeling called to do music more. So I've just been feeling like a lot of a shift in creative energy. And my tagline is the rocker witch, but a lot of the stuff I talk about on this channel and on Patreon is really tarot and witchcraft and astrology focused, which is fine. I love those things, but I really want to talk more about creativity. So I'm thinking of changing that level's name. I haven't decided anything yet, but basically the coven level, I'm going to be going through The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, which is a 12-week step-by-step sort of program to help you revamp your creativity. And I've had this book for years, and it's been a book that has really helped change my life and really helped me to harness my creative energies. And whenever I'm in a slump, I sometimes pull that book out again. And she has other wonderful books. The thing is, you don't have to have this book to follow along with me on Patreon or anything. We're going to be just talking every week about a different creative subject, and I'm going to give you some creative homework based off of what's going on in this book. If you have this book already or you want to follow along with it, that's like awesome too, but you don't have to. What I really want to do is to create a community and to create this this platform for sharing creative ideas with each other and for sharing our creative journeys, because I think a lot of the people involved in the spiritual community are creative themselves. And just a reminder that creativity doesn't have to look like art or writing or music or any of those sort of traditional type of creative outlets that we recognize as the arts. Creativity can be in cooking, it can be in collage, it can be in sewing or knitting, it can be in working on old vehicles, it could be whatever it is to you. So we're really talking quite broadly about creativity and how we use it in our lives. And I think for a lot of us, we're looking to express our creative voices, but we don't always know how, or we feel like, oh, that's for people who are like capital A artists, and we don't recognize that we have our own creative art to express in the world. And I think when we have creative outlets, that just helps us to be a more whole and healthy, well-rounded person. The other thing too is I think spirituality and creativity intersect with each other. So I think when you feed your spirituality, you end up being more creative, and when you feed your creativity, that leads you to spirituality. And I really believe the two are intersected. So I really want to kind of bring these things together on both this channel and on the Patreon. So the coven level is being changed. I don't have a name for it yet. So I am going to change it, and we're going to be doing a weekly creativity talk. We're going to have an activity that like homework that I'm going to assign to you, and we're going to share it on the Facebook group. And we're just going to talk about creativity and making our more creative outlets in our lives and expressing ourselves with more confidence and putting it out there into the world. Because I think a lot of us want to do that, but it's a lot easier to do when you have a supportive group around you than when you're just kind of like making things by yourself. So I want to really create a supportive community for that. So I'm going to start that September 1st on my Patreon. You can go over there. Like I said, if you just see Coven level, I'm going to change the description and everything, but that's what the level is going to be, and that starts September 1st. If you're already a Patreon member and you're disappointed by this, I'm really sorry. If you to see this later and it's already past September 1st and you're like, oh, I don't want to participate in that, and you want to go down a level or you opt out, I completely, totally understand. I completely get it. Let me know. If you have any questions, of course, let me know as well. But I wanted to put that out to there. If you have any suggestions for what the level name should be, maybe it should just be like Creativity Coven. I don't know. Let me know. But that's what I've been thinking about making changes of, because I want to be more authentic and I don't want to just keep doing the same things that I've always been doing just because I've done them before or because that's the way everybody else does it. And I'm really thinking about like making this channel and this Patreon as authentic as I can to me and to the changes that, we all go through changes in our lives, right? And right now I just feel like I really want to focus my creative energy on things. So I hope you understand. I hope no one's disappointed if, Patreon people. You guys are awesome. Your support means so much to me. I think we have just such wonderful Patreon members. And for those of you who might be interested in joining me, you are more than welcome to. And if it's not your thing, that's totally okay too. And I want to talk more about creativity on this channel as well, on the YouTube channel. Just so you know, those who are at the Coven level also get the Seeker level as well. So you would get like 3 videos a week, an astrology, a taroscope, and a creativity video every week. So if you'd like that, you can check that out in the little links below. But otherwise, thanks for this chat. Thanks for listening to me. I think I'll do a bit of longer video about this maybe next week, as far as just talking about some of the creative changes and things that I want to make in my life. But yeah, we're going to be doing that on the Patreon. So let me know what you think. You guys are awesome, and as always, peace and love.